You got it.
Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this evening we are doing Iron Fang Dungeons and Dragons. Unfortunately, Rise Roth, the normal dungeon master, is going to be busy for the next few weeks and will be unable to DM. In the interim, I will be taking over.
Can we have like you just like MS painted over Rizra in your
No,
DM robes?
no.
Aw.
That's more work than I'm willing to put forth. So, last time, Safanara, Rosalind, go with the recap, please.
So, last time, we traveled all the way down to... I forgot the name of it. We arrived at a town along the coast. We wanted to... many people wanted to buy things, including books. In which a very particular book showed up that had a guide to exotic monsters in it. Kalani found out about the Toby Kale and found that we would have to potentially go to the other side of the current continent to get to it. So we decided that we were going to head out by sea. So we headed over to Rust Fair in order to procure a ship to get there. To which we went on a little side trip to the Mage's Tower with myself, Shraska, and Kleek. And Shraska decided that when knocking wasn't a option, they would throw magic at the door. And we all got a little knock on the noggin for that. And we left off with Rembrandt and Kalani doing a little bit of negotiation skills in a nearby tavern to procure us a ship and passage over to the destination.
I suppose that will suffice. So yes, Kalani has gone back to the inn and informed the rest of you that we have a ship waiting for us at dawn. Does anybody else have anything they wish to do in town, or shall we just go ahead and get underway?
I say we get underway.
Let's get underway.
Again, I'm kind of penniless at the moment, so there's nothing I really want to do.
Get on with it.
Hold on. 1 second. Rembrandt is going to look over at Rosalind and just be like, I've noticed you haven't done like any shopping at all. Do you not? Is something wrong, or are you one of those frugal types, or?
I recently spent all my money melting down that halberd into a sword, so...
Do you need a spot?
That would be nice, at least to get rations. Although,
Rembrandt would hand over 25 gold to Rosalind.
Thank you
And just be
kindly.
like, that'll definitely help for now. And then he'll point her out to the local general store if she needs anything.
Yeah, I'd like to purchase a week's worth of rations, please.
That will come out to 50 gold.
I want to do an insight check on the DM. There you go.
Unfortunately, the DC was 120.
Huh.
What if I cut it? What if I cut it down to just acorns and eggs?
Just acorn and eggs. That will be. Let me check how much total money you'd have. So you have no money, so that means it would be 26 gold.
Zim, I have 2 strong words for you. Come on. Come on.
It's the
Someone
normal
go with,
price
like,
for whatever it is
25.
in the book.
Alright.
Also, Rosalind, you put in your money wrong.
Did I?
Capital G, capital P, and that format for all of them.
Wait, I don't see a difference. Did you just, like, alter it for me?
No, I did not alter it. I told you how to alter it. You have to put it in as capital P, capital G.
Other way
For
around.
gold pieces, platinum pieces, electrum. You have to do that because otherwise... Really, Shreska?
What have I done?
You put eggs under treasure?
Yes.
So what you're saying is I have to abbreviate them all instead of actually write, because they were all capitalized. It's just I had them all written out properly.
You have to
Correct.
put GP because, like, if like we get awarded gold points, like gold coins, it gives it to you as GP, so it'll collectively put it together. If you have it
Okay.
separated,
Rembrandt?
if you have it saying something else, yes.
Yours is wrong as well.
Really?
And Cleek, your silver pieces are also wrong.
Did I even get it right?
I don't see any other problems with anybody else.
What's wrong with egg, scene, and treasure?
Nothing, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I didn't change this. I had less than like 1 gold before, and I got change of 6 silver. How should I put it?
It's capital S, capital P for silver.
V?
Silver pieces.
Oh,
You abbreviate.
that's fair. Okay. Tis done.
So yeah, after I get my rations, I'll be pretty good to go.
Alright, anybody else?
No, I'm good. I got a
All
huge
good.
fishing net and 2 fish pot pies.
Alright. Rembrandt, you're at the inn where the party is staying?
Yes.
In the common room?
Yeah.
You hear a thud from the front door of the inn as a very large albino lizard folk lumbers in.
Huh.
His gaze sweeps over the common room before the eyes narrow at you.
Uh-oh.
He comes over and picks you up by the scruff of your neck.
Oh.
Are you resisting?
I'm going to question him at the least. Like, whoa, what are you doing?
He does not respond. Simply carrying you up the stairs and out of view of the rest.
Did nobody notice me getting...
We might want to get on that.
Nah, you'll be fine.
Kalani
No,
is
we-
not there right now. Well, actually he is, but he's a little focused on his drinks.
It's early in the morning.
Oh, no, this is
I
still
don't-
evening.
I'd also like to be focused on my drinks for now, so I'm gonna join Kalani.
This is my party members.
Well,
Hey,
you're the
man,
one that
if
never
you-
drinks with us.
If you ate his eggs, that's your problem.
I am going to pursue the Rembrandt napper.
I shall follow. Poor Rembrandt.
The lizard folk looks back at you as you pursue. Both of you give me a wisdom saving throw, please. Or whoever is pursuing. Well, I rolled a nat 20, so... You both feel rather paralyzed by the very aggressive glare that is given to you. He speaks up quietly. I am Infel. Your party member will not be harmed.
Oh, back to drinking.
Now hold on there, great white gecko. Where do you think you're going?
You're focused on your drinks.
Is he still like at like the entrance?
No, he went up the stairs.
Oh god.
You know, he's taking the recovering prostitute off upstairs
not
to
canon.
a room.
It is not canon.
Well, we tried our best, but we didn't
It's
succeed.
canon at this point.
Digi, would you like to come back in and have a little dialogue, or shall we just fade to black? For poor Rembrandt.
I think I'll fade to black. I'm not drunk enough for this yet.
Rembrandt's like curled up in a ball almost.
Digi said he was going to stay in the chat, and he's not there. Or he's not responding. Or anything. Where the frick are you?
Maybe just fade to black.
Maybe I see sound muted.
It would be just my luck that he would go AFK right when we decide to do this.
Take his eggs.
Well, he's not responding, so, you know, it's just going to be a fade to black for Rembrandt.
Do you have a sound effect for that?
Oh, now he's replying. You know, when I ask you two options, sure is not an answer.
Hello.
Though I
said
can
what I was gonna
presume
do.
from the fact that you've gotten on Discord that you want to get on voice and chat with him. But
Yes.
when I say, do you want to do this or that, sure is not a suitable answer.
I mean, that's usually for agreement. Yes, I'll do it.
Of what? There's two choices.
Exactly!
Which choice are you agreeing to?
The one that requires me to take action.
That still doesn't work because you could also be agreeing to just fading to black.
That's still an action.
Anyways,
So-
take it away. Were you paying attention to the stream?
Actually, I was asked to come help another group figure out voice to text or text to voice on Discord.
I knew that he had gone AFK right when I decided to do this. Okay, so Infel just came into the inn, picked up Rembrandt by the scruff of his neck, and carried him upstairs to one of the rooms.
And the group's fine with this.
Well, you intimidated them quite successfully with a glare, and they just kind of got frozen there. Cleek and
I
Kalani are focused on drinking each other under the table.
I see. Alright, this turned out differently than I expected, but okay.
Rembrandt is currently like almost in like a fetal ball position.
I think I've taken alcohol quite nicely.
Well, the problem is, Digi, they're going sailing for a week right after this. So the only possible place for you to come in and then leave would be here in this city.
Yeah, I know. It's just, I didn't think Infel, the paladin, would intimidate them and haul off Rembrandt like this.
Well, you weren't... I didn't know what you wanted.
Lizard folk are weird.
Wow.
Okay, we will
I guess I'll roll
retcon
with
this. We'll retcon this, and you can start with coming into the inn. We'll just retcon.
Okay. So, we will start with him entering the bar once more then.
This is between you and him, so...
Okay. I mean, the others can join until I take
Could,
away.
but I don't know. This alcohol is pretty nice.
A large lizard folk will enter the bar, clad in armor, with short sword at his side and shield mounted on his back. He is a large and somewhat imposing figure until he walks over to your table and has a seat.
Hi there, can we help you?
Perhaps. You seem like another adventuring group. What are you up to?
Rembrandt's just looking at him, and he's just like, "We're preparing for a journey."
A journey? Sounds like
Yes.
it would be rather long then.
Yes, actually, we're seeking a fabled creature called the Toby Kale. Sorry.
Interesting. What brought you onto this journey?
It's for our old chap here, Kalani, and as Rembrandt would gesture towards him, as assuming probably a little smashed right now. Zen.
Lonnie doesn't really get smashed. You have to think he's kind of been drinking a lot every day for most of his life. So,
he's just an alcoholic.
See his little problems. Okay.
well, thankfully we've got, magic to fix those kinds of things.
A little lesser
But-
restoration.
Exactly.
Okay.
He enjoys
true.
the flavor of
Aesthetically,
his
it's
drink.
poison.
Most would say yes.
No, D. Brown, it is a Toby non-copyrightable name.
Yes.
That's what it is.
It's a Toby Kalani. That's what it is.
No, it is not. Anyways,
So, do any of you have any personal stake in this endeavor?
No.
No.
Not in particular?
Other than just the personal prospect of our companion here,
I feel
Proud
it will
of-
quiet him down and make our trip much, much more manageable.
plus the more the merrier, and the more it helps.
Unfortunately, I'm somewhat occupied at this moment. Were it a shorter journey, I could lend my services. But he's looking at Rembrandt specifically. You remind me of someone I knew.
Rembrandt would look up at him, and
Are
he'll
you
be,
Bard by chance?
and he'll like wince a little bit in surprise and be like, "How did you know?"
You have that same feel about you. Somewhat. Not as much. But it's there.
Rembrandt's just
What's
like
your instrument of choice?
Rembrandt would show him his lute.
Not quite the same, but I suppose you can play them in a similar fashion. He's going to stand up, walk around the table, and pick Rembrandt up and sling him over his shoulder. All right, I'm going to tell you a story in another place.
Rembrandt's probably gonna flail around a little bit, and be like, wait a minute.
Hey, Rembrandt, before you leave with your friend, sing the one about Sir Lizards a lot.
They're lizards.
How about saving me first?
Hey, Rembrandt, make sure you at least get paid, okay?
What? What the hell are you talking about?
Kalani will look up. I thought you were recovering.
That's
Be gentle with him.
He actually seems a little confused by the mixed reactions from the party. Like,
I mean, we could use the money, but come on, man.
Rembrandt will shoot you a
It's a-
hard, piercing gaze, Kalani.
All right, fine. Go do your thing.
You have a most interesting group of friends, don't you?
I don't know if I can use that word freely like that.
We're just some acquaintances with a bit of damaged goods.
That is the way with most adventuring parties, isn't it? Your acquaintances.
At this point, Rembrandt's just like defeated.
He's going to chuckle and carry him upstairs. Then.
Kalani will move in front of you first.
Hmm?
Now, while I cannot stop Rembrandt from doing this, if you harm him, you'll have to deal with me.
I'm pretty sure I can, but noted.
We'll see. Take it easy on him. You're a big guy, he's kind of small.
Kalani, can you roll an insight check for me?
There's nothing that's.
No, this is something else. You see Rembrandt trying to mouth something to you, but you cannot even guess what it is.
Huh.
Rest in peace, Rembrandt.
I don't know if anybody else wants to try.
The thing he's trying to mouth was actually a recipe for a birthday cake for one.
But look at
Well,
Kalani.
like I said, take it easy on him. No scratches, no bruises, alright?
There will not be any.
Make sure
scratches
you
or
pay him
bruises.
fairly.
Yeah, don't hurt
Interesting
him.
group
Lest the
indeed.
healer has to work hard.
Kalani will give Rembrandt a slap on the rump and go back to his drinks.
I will swipe at you with my fucking claws.
I'm not sure what you're all expecting from here.
It is
Swiftly,
a thorough miss.
Yes. I guess it's hard to do that from here, from this high up.
In the
Rembrandt's-
interest of time, he'll just start walking.
At this point, it's clear what his companions think of him, as he just doesn't fight it anymore.
Have fun, Rembrandt.
He's going to carry him away, sit on the bed, and set him down.
Do a good job. Earned that tip.
Rembrandt's just gonna tell Infel, ignore him for God's sakes.
It's difficult a bit. Anyway, so I'm going to regale you with the story of Sully, an old friend of mine, who took up the bardic persuasion after an old tutor of ours, let's say.
And Rembrandt would listen intently.
A long, long time ago, perhaps even 40 years at this point.
In a
There
galaxy
was a
far,
guild.
far away.
Not so far away. That had an interesting owner. An owner who happened to collect defeated opponents. Or at least take something back when the groups found so-called monster encampments. Take a young, so you didn't ruin everything, and then take them back with you to see how well they could learn. I was one. And then there was a yellow kobold who didn't show a lot of emotion at first.
When you
And
mentioned the
seemed-
word kobold, Rembrandt's tail would begin to sway. Continue.
Interesting. Anyway, we were at the group for a while, and come to think of it, I think he enjoyed my company as another scaled being when he was surrounded by the quote-unquote warm bloods. Or the soft skins, depended on the word he wants to use that day, I suppose. Now, I'm not sure why, but he always did seem rather decent at projecting what he wanted to project. Most of the time, that ended up being something along the lines of general apathy. But when he needed to, he could suddenly burst forth with a powerful emotion and say the right words to hurt someone. Like, when he called you a name, it hurt because he didn't often do that, so he meant it. He was a rather good bard, but unfortunately, some adventures go south, and one day I didn't come back to the guild. No, I was considered dead and found at a monastery. And after some adventures, I found a bad being. But after some, I woke up in the care of another group, and they told me that Sully had saved me from some horrifying, almost eldritch beast. However, I couldn't thank him for this, because he seemed to have traded places with me to get me out of there. So, in the interest of preserving another bard, I'm going to give you something he passed on to me that he said he didn't need anymore. And I want you to use it well.
Rembrandt just tilts his head and he goes, "What do you mean?"
He will reach into his pack and produce a very, very nice harp.
Rembrandt
Seemed
would
to be carved with exotic wood and inlaid with ivory with zircon gems.
Rembrandt's eyes are mesmerized as the craftsmanship is just more than exquisite, and it's
This-
almost breathtaking.
Is the harp that he used. And if you are indeed another performer going on an adventure of seeming danger, I'd like you to have this, and I hope that it helps you.
Are you handing it to him?
Yes, he is.
Rembrandt would very delicately take it and like examine it, and he just almost begins to stammer as he says, like, I don't know if I could accept something like this. Are you sure this is okay?"
I'm sure that he would have wanted it in the hands of another performer.
I guess I will give it a few test strums to see how it sounds.
It sounds rather nice.
Hmm.
In fact, you're pretty sure that if you performed with this, you'd perform much better than usual.
There's definitely something about this harp.
Well, it's certainly no normal harp.
Is
From
there?
what I heard, it was
Is
a
there-
custom order from a magic shop.
There's no catch, is there?
Not unless you want there to be.
Surely something like this. You can't just give something like this away like this.
I don't see why not.
Rembrandt was just speechless as he's just staring at the craftsmanship of this harp.
And he's going to just start petting him on the head. Use it well.
As you do that, his tail would sway faster. As he's almost embarrassed and still speechless about accepting something like this.
I can only hope that it preserves you. It is not.
Rembrandt would finally utter a thank you and quickly go in for like a quick hug.
He would hug him back.
And Rembrandt would tell him is there any more tales of Sully that you could say to him?
Of course, if you have the time.
Rembrandt would say, I think we have about all night. I do not want to go back to my I guess quote unquote friends.
I suppose that's right. Well then, where shall we start? And I suppose this would be the place where we fade to black.
Okay.
Wow.
Rembrandt in the morning.
And that's what happened, people.
in the morning, you will wake up. The lizard folk will be gone. There will be a pouch of 50 gold pieces on the nightstand.
I don't think that's true.
I can't believe you've done this.
I'm the
I don't
dungeon
believe
master.
it.
I can make whatever happen that I want.
Oh my god.
Aren't you the one that insists on a PG stream?
Right?
Hey, he's just giving you some money to get it identified.
Okay.
Hmm.
I mean,
Only-
if it's a magical item, if he just sleeps with it for a single night, he knows what it does.
Yeah,
Shh.
that's the magical item is what he slept with.
Yes.
And Kalani can identify things basically as he pleases.
Well, assuming that I spent the night with his harp. Do I know what it does?
Yes. It allows you to have one extra bardic inspiration use per day.
Hmm.
It gives a +2 bonus to your performance check.
Hmm.
It gives you +1 HP per level. And
Do I add 3 right now, or?
yeah, it does require attunement, just so you're aware.
Okay.
In addition, you may use it as part of casting a spell. You may expend 2 uses of bardic inspiration to use the cutting words feature against the target's saving throw. If you know, cast a spell that they have to make a saving throw on.
Okay.
I
Also
am
play the
making
music.
a magic item, and I'll add it to your inventory in a moment.
Okay.
And you are filled with tales of Sully. And I suppose this will be my cue to leave.
Thanks for joining us.
Not a problem.
Thank you, Digi.
Bye.
Well, those are some interesting tales.
Hmm.
So, are we all prepared?
I guess so.
You guess so.
I would
Well,
say
no, so.
I mean, Hugh's really prepared for a week-long trip at sea.
We better make sure. Yeah, I'm prepared.
Yeah, I'm prepared.
I got-
Rosalind totally isn't looking.
Hey, where's Kalani?
Well, I suppose you can't actually tell that she's looking a bit pale considering how dark her fur is.
Has anyone seen Kalani?
Johnny will burst in through the front of the inn. Oi! Up and at 'em! Let's go!
You heard the man. Thing. Let's go.
Thing. Let's go.
Alcoholic.
Sure. I like that one. So we all run outside.
Yeah, well, we'll grab our packs and the things and head over to the ship.
A new subscriber arrives. It fills you with determination.
Flaming Angel, I thought you already subscribed. Why does it say you've only been subscribed for 1 month?
It says 7 months on my end.
Says 7 months.
In the chat, it says, thanks for subscribing for 1 month.
The only one I see is it's at a tier 1. They subscribe for 7 months.
That's just
currently.
the bot. The bot is malfunctioning. Twitch actually says the proper
Oh,
time
weird.
length.
Rembrandt, that's not where your money's supposed to be.
Hmm?
Why is your money up? It goes in treasure.
There's bugs down here too.
Oh. Have it only in one place, please.
Should I not do the pouch thing?
No, you do the pouch. You just rename it to Money Pouch.
Okay.
I have added the harp to your inventory.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, I forgot to add...
Our kobold bot doesn't have enough eggs.
Need more eggs.
All right.
I'll give you an
Probably
egg.
go buy some more eggs for the trip.
Well, it's weird because the sound effect that played was also the one for a brand new subscriber. So, I have no idea what's going on there. Anyways...
Really imagine that stuffing on Streamlabs.
Probably. Anyways... outside, Kalani will have a small cart filled with... there are 6 somewhat small kegs of presumably alcohol.
Of course.
As well as about a month's worth of rations.
Someone came prepared.
How'd
Yeah,
you
where did
make
you get all
out
this
there
money?
last night, Rembrandt?
Excuse me?
Well, you went and worked last night.
You would see Rembrandt like ball up his fist and probably go for another like strike at you, but he stops and
I
he
go and
just
fist bump him.
I'll glare at him, then look back at Kalani, and then I'll say he was actually a very, very interesting man. And
Oh, some
gave
interesting
me-
little things he had you do.
Rembrandt was going to show him the harp, but he just shrugs you off and just walks over to the cart.
Kalani is thoroughly investigating your, looking over you, making sure that there are no bruises or scrapes or anything like that.
Are you actually touching me?
No,
Okay.
he's just walking around you, looking you up and down.
I am going to go purposely out of your field of vision. If you're doing that.
Where?
Around the cart. Around the cart.
It's a small cart. He can still see you over it.
Still, you can't see all of me. You have what? A month's supply of beer on here in kegs?
Oh, I give it about a week.
Yeah, right.
2 days at this rate.
There is a worker there that will, with a donkey that will pull the cart. All right, let's go. I'm renting this guy by the hour, so let's get this going.
The crazy
Fine
one
by
said
me.
he'd do it for free.
The what?
The crazy sailor said he'd do it for free.
All right, so you all head to the ship, correct?
Yeah,
Yep.
I head straight on.
The captain is awaiting you. He points you to... they're not the best quarters in the world, definitely. But they're comfortable enough for the journey. There are 3 cabins available. Each one has a bunk bed set up. The beds are bolted to the wall, so, you know, they can't move. They are able to be raised and folded against the wall if more space is needed in the room itself, you know. So, who's going in what rooms?
Rembrandt's going to room with Kato.
I would just take the 3rd room in the hall.
I call the top bunk in whatever room.
I just need
I
to
call
know.
what's left over.
Rembrandt's going to room with Kato because she's been standing around. It looks like she's been like holding her arms out in like a T formation, but she's the only one who hasn't been saying anything bad about Rembrandt. So
I
he's gonna
haven't
room with
either.
her.
I never said anything bad about you.
Well,
I haven't
you
said
guys,
anything at all.
you guys haven't. We didn't go to save him, so
Actually, I did. I tried. In the
Well, yeah, we tried the first time, but then it got retconned.
no, I got retcon. Just didn't happen.
Yeah.
Still didn't happen.
How many rooms are there?
3 that he makes available to you.
I'm gonna take the 3rd.
Kalani will stash his supplies in his room. Or rather, he'll have the worker do it for him, because, you know, if you're paying for it, might as well have them earn their money, right?
I guess I'll room with Shreska again. I'll just be like, I get top bunk.
Room buddies!
All right. Once you are all settled, the ship takes off. It heads off to the west, swinging, going down a river towards the ocean itself. The first day or two go pretty uneventfully. The ship gets a good wind behind it, blowing it down into the down the coastline towards the south. It's the 3rd day when the clouds begin to roll in.
Noticeably, Rosalind will be hiding in her room.
So, who gets seasick?
Should we roll to find out?
This is something that I think I will leave up to you guys to decide whether your character would be prone to that.
I think Rembrandt would be. Let's see.
Oh, I already decided that she's fucking, sorry, swearing, that she's terrified of the ocean.
I would
Kreska's perfectly
think
fine with
I'm
something.
not,
Rosalind?
but I might be.
Yeah?
What's your fucking language?
What?
Out of my ears. Hey, I already apologized, okay?
I think Kato would be okay. Kalani is kind of used to swaying on his feet as it is. And
Yeah, but now there's like 360 degrees of sway.
Coupled with alcoholism.
you know, he's kind of used to just swaying as it is.
That's a standard for him.
Yeah.
Maybe Rosalind should take a leaf out of Kalani's book and spend too much time passed out on the floor drunk to care about the
He doesn't
seasickness.
pass out. he very rarely passes out. Doesn't mean that he's sober by any means most of the time, but he doesn't necessarily pass out. Sheska, you are used to swimming and stuff, so you'd probably be okay here as well.
Yeah. I'm used to the large amounts of water anyways. I mean, the swamps are pretty much the riverways everywhere.
Yeah.
Boats are a good way to get around. You don't want to walk around in swamps and walk into gas pockets.
Is that where you also found our pack mule?
What pack mule?
Shrek.
Shrek does not exist yet. He is an extraplanar entity that simply provides transportation and storage space for our excess income.
There's no such thing as excess income.
This is the group money. You each have your own personal money, but then there is group money for paying for things like, well, this ship. Although Kalani did take that out of his money.
I've been hoarding all the gold and anything fancy.
So maybe you should take, like, a small sum out of the group fund to, like, even it out.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know, like, take half the gold back for the journey from the group fund?
I'm not
if
worried
you paid
about
this
it.
out of your own money?
I'm not worried about it. Kalani's got plenty of money. All right. Cleek, you feel a bit nauseous during the trip, especially as the waves start to pick up. Rembrandt, you're hugging a bucket.
I'm nauseous.
Oh my god.
Or
I'm gonna
leaning
join
over the
them.
side. Kalani will come up next to you at one point. Rembrandt, rub your back. There, buddy. There. Hey, here, have a swig of ale. It might help.
He refuses it.
It's got ginger in it. That's good for you.
I'm actually going to make something.
What are you making?
I believe we picked up some herbs earlier that had stomach calming property.
We did.
Did we?
What we got was essentially a healer's kit worth of like herbalism stuff that we can use for things like that.
Yeah, I can make.
Because we did that one on the gathering.
Yeah, the kits are meant to help you gather these things.
Yes, but I remember when we were looking for herbs for the rations that we were going to take. We picked up a whole bunch of extra herbs for that had some healing properties.
You don't have them on your sheet.
I swear someone said they wrote that down.
I wrote it down in a log, but I don't know if anyone wrote it in their inventory.
Oh well, no, I don't then.
We gathered roots that calmed stomach, and we gathered spices.
Well, do make sure that you add that to your inventory in the future, Cleek.
Yeah.
But as far as making something to do that with, give me, we'll say a nature check.
A nature check.
Or medicine, rather. Sorry.
That's like one of my worst ones.
Maybe you should have done. Oh god, do you have a +5?
Should have had you do that in the tower, but you know. You brew a tea from it. The herb itself smelled kind of. It was a kind of earthy smell. This tea has more of a slightly sour smell to it.
Oh boy.
But it is brewed. Are you
I'm gonna
going
drink
to
it. I'm gonna
partake?
drink a cup. I'm gonna taste it. I'm gonna drink a whole glass by myself first. Or a cup.
Shaska, was there any specification on how much you guys gathered of those?
Razroth said no specification other than a few roots.
I
So I don't know.
believe he
I don't know
told
what
us
a
that
few
we
is
have.
in this game,
I
but he
believe
said
he
a
told us.
few.
I think he said we had like a healer's kit worth, so 10 uses.
A healer's kit is...
It's not anything. That's just a kit.
Well, a healer's kit does have things, but it's more of bandages and...
I know, no, it's a
salves and
pseudo.
stuff.
It's a pseudo healer's kit, but like just with herbs and stuff like that.
I will say
definitely
you
doesn't
had
have the same
enough of...
properties.
I will say you had enough of these, Well, let's let the dice decide how much you have. Okay, you only have enough for 1 dose of the tea. You're drinking it, you said?
Well, now that I see, so I see that I only have enough for 1 dose.
Yeah.
Don't teach my hamster to suck eggs.
What? All right, I'm gonna.
We woke up in the air.
Cleek,
I'm
as
gonna
you
drink it.
are beginning to brew it, you feel yourself heavily pushed aside with a soft hiss as a
Oh, God.
blue-furred tabaxi comes up seemingly out of nowhere, says, "Mao, leave this to me," and he
Excellent
takes
roleplay.
over brewing the tea.
I beg your pardon.
He hisses at you and scratches at your face.
Jeez.
I assume that I kind of assume Anir would be very protective of good tea. He is able to
Wow.
prepare 2 doses of it. And it actually smells quite nice. He adds some of the other spices and such to it to ease the taste of it. The herb itself it does not taste very good, but some of the other herbs that you did gather, he adds into it and makes a decently well-tasting tea. And then he walks out the door and just vanishes.
Huh? I'm gonna look at the tea that he just made and drink some.
The tea is warm and it soothes your belly almost immediately.
Yay. I'm gonna go bring this to Rembrandt.
And Rembrandt would look at it, sniff at it, and immediately detect some of those herbs that we gathered, and begin to sip at it.
Again,
Chug,
you are
chug,
feeling...
chug.
You feel better almost immediately.
He's gonna stand up and be like, "Wow, Cleek, you did amazing on this.
'Tis not I.
Not you?
Nope.
Then
A-
who?
A blue-haired miscreant come in and push me out of the. Makes
Huh.
marvelous tea, though.
I can't complain about that.
Turns out the tea is poisoned and your fur is now rainbow colored.
No. In here, don't do that.
I was vaping, damn it!
Sorry.
So someone poisoned his vape and now he's rainbow colored. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, the
even
rainbow
worse
coloring was my
Is
idea.
What's even worse is it's like the Monster Hunter rainbow pigment, so it just changes color like every 3 seconds. It's not just rainbow colored.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I cannot drink or vape while I'm doing this with you guys.
Nope.
God. Alright.
Oh, Shreska, Rosalind is like, she's not sick, but she's running around the room. Like, pacing, half running.
Oh dear. Can I tie you down?
Yes, what can I do for you?
You can try.
Shreska?
What?
What do you want?
What'd I say?
You said, oh
What?
dear.
Oh.
What can I do for you?
We need to tie down Rosalind.
Oh, well, unfortunately, I'm not in the game, so...
Oh dear God, please give me the blessings to tie down Rosalind. Already put a hole in the floor from friction.
Rosalind, the ropes begin to sprout from the floor of the cabin
Oh my god.
and basically mummify you to the floor.
Can I roll athletics to dodge?
You can try.
That's a short answer for no.
Yeah.
No.
So, anyways, the third day dawns, and you are all woken up by a sharp crack of thunder.
Shrestka's gonna freak out and fall out of bed.
Rembrandt's gonna rush out and see if he would see Kalani outside.
Kalani's outside, yes. He's always up
I
before dawn.
Remember,
I guess
I'll rush over and be like, "Oh, where's the captain and all that?"
He's up there, I think. He points to the stern of the ship.
Do you think we're okay?
I don't know. I've never really been out on the ocean in a storm. This is gonna be fun.
I remember roll his eyes and then go rush over to the stern of the boat to find the captain.
Give me an acrobatics check. The waves are picking up.
Jesus fuck.
Give me a second one, please. In the tower.
Sure. Hold on.
The exact same roll.
Really? Oh my.
Unfortunately, as you're running up the steps to the stern of the ship heaves. You lose your footing and go overboard.
Can I try to grapple onto the edge of the boat?
Athletics check. Since your acrobatics is just failing you. Oh no!
Death of Rembrandt.
Or did you want it in the dice tower, right?
No.
Ah, okay.
Gets this special, but freaking.
I want it noted,
part.
I gave you 3 chances to avoid this.
Though my battle cry may give me away.
I thought you were supposed to be killing Shreska, not Rembrandt.
Shh, 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 shh. We're not supposed to talk about that.
A Rembrandt. You realize that is water below you, and your feline instincts to avoid it at all costs kick in. You may re-roll.
What would you like me to re-roll? Acrobatics or athletics?
Athletics.
Okay. Wow.
Oh my god.
It's the dice to not like him today.
And here
No.
put in Mao pity re-roll.
Rembrandt's getting all the fun.
I mean, if you want to fall overboard.
Oh, I would have
quick click, fly over and grab him.
Kalani will rush over. Well, actually, he will actually be tying a rope around his waist and tying the other end to the mast before jumping into the water after Rembrandt.
Wouldn't it be better if the lizard went in the water?
The lizard's not on deck.
Oh.
I'm on deck, though.
Untie me, untie me, untie me, untie me.
Most of you were... Most of you were awoken by the thunderclap.
I'm gonna drag Rosalind out of the room and put it into Kalani's room.
Rosalind is currently mummified to the floor.
Oh. I'm gonna read them a book then.
Oh my.
You know, middle of the storm. I'm just gonna sit here calmly and read a book.
Yes, I'm gonna read a book out loud to Rosalind.
Kalani will shout out, of course, "Man overboard" before jumping in. Now I get to make some checks.
May the gods be in your favor.
Of course.
Yeah. Kalani jumps in and manages to swim in the kicking waves. They are growing larger and larger. The entire sky is nothing but dark storm clouds. He grabs you and manages to keep the two of you afloat.
In the middle of waves washing over our faces, every now and then, Rembrandt's just gonna tell you, hey, Kalani.
Yeah, what?
I've never been on a boat before.
God damn it! Just hold still and don't claw me! Unfortunately, he's not able to get you any closer to the ship. But there is a tugging on the rope from the sailors on deck, pulling us at least to the surface of the water. Before slowly getting us back up onto the ship itself. Kalani will not let go of you, Rembrandt, until he gets you to the mast and a rope around your waist.
I'm
Remember
waiting
when-
for it.
Remember, I would ask if you could securely tie him to the fucking mast.
You can have a lead. You don't need to be tied directly to the mast. But damn it, if there's a storm, you tie a rope around you and the mast and don't go running around haphazardly. And he's, of course, going to smack you upside the head.
How rude. Rembrandt's gonna be staying quiet.
He's going to casually make his way, or carefully, rather, make his way to the cabins below, and pulling you along with him. Only untying the rope once securely in the lower portions of the ship. Let's get you dry.
Rembrandt's his tail is low, and he's just mainly silent during the whole time. As he works on getting himself dry, seeing whatever kind of cloth we have around.
Usually on a ship, they do have blankets and such that they keep for, just this particular reason.
Well, he'll work on drying himself then.
I know, Eisen. Rembrandt, you better look at the chat. Eisen has some very good points.
I mean, he still can.
I mean, technically, yes.
Rembrandt owes Kalani a life debt.
Uh-huh. How about this? While Rembrandt is sitting down, drying himself, he'll tug Kalani down to sit with him.
Kalani's drying himself down too. You're in the you are in the I can't think of the technical term, but the kitchen.
Rembrandt will then slide across to Kalani a skin, and you can tell that it is quite full. And Rembrandt will just tell you, he'll mutter a thank you to you as he gives you the skin.
I couldn't let you die under my watch. It wouldn't do for you to be to get over your past just to die at ocean. Die at sea.
He'll say, open it. I think you'll like it.
Is it the water skin with the
wine skin.
The wine skin, rather?
Filled with the high quality wine that we bought that day.
Ah, I do like this, yes. Still doesn't make you up for you being an idiot out there.
He'll mutter that I was saving it for someone like you. I know you really are fond of your particular drinks.
This will be a good change from the ales that I acquired before leaving. By the way, each of those 6 kegs is a different type of ale. You got an elven ale, the more flowery kind of flavor. You got dwarven, which has a slight taste of iron to it, and so on.
All right.
There's
wine
kind
skin
of
is now yours. There you go.
Well, thank you. He takes a swig from it and hands it to you. wash out some of that seawater.
Remember, I would stare at it. His initial reaction to reject it, but rolls his eyes as he takes a small swig.
You know that fish.
Don't
fish.
say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Okay.
We get it.
So
as he takes that swig, he'll wince, and he'll just go, "How can you drink this stuff?"
you get used to it. Rembrandt and Cleek, I will need a Constitution saving throw from each of you.
Oh no.
There we
Can
go.
I cut Rosalind free finally?
Of course.
Rembrandt, you will have advantage.
Okay. Should I roll one more time or disadvantage?
Just roll again, yeah. Rosalind, you also need to roll.
Thank God.
But I am trapped to the floor.
Which means that technically you would probably have disadvantage on that.
You shouldn't have spoke up.
But I'm having you do it normal.
I should probably untie him.
No, you're reading him.
Yes, I'm gonna read him a
And
lovely
it's
story.
her. Yeah. Rosalind is a her.
I use M. EM. Okay.
Ooh.
Damn it! K2, I am going to... Ugh. So, Rosalind, you are definitely feeling very queasy.
Blech.
Shreska, are you going to untie her?
Yes. And I will bring her to your room instead.
Untying her will be more of a cutting her free.
Yes.
Give me a... We're gonna say an acrobatics check for this.
An 18.
Rosalind is very thoroughly tied down, but you are able to get the ropes cut. You only nick her a few times.
Only a few.
And,
That's a pretty
scrape
bad-
her armor and such.
I'll give them a nice hug after.
I'm gonna give you a flick on the nose for tying me up in the first place.
Eep.
I mean, she had nothing to do with it. The floor sprouted ropes and mummified you.
I had
Traska
nothing
is
to do with it.
Traska is a mage, and I have seen them doing magic in front of me, which also backfired on me that time. So what is Rosalind going to believe?
My amazing reading skills.
Damn it.
Rosalind, you are feeling very sick to your stomach.
I'm gonna go hug the door frame.
For the rest of you, the day does pass. Excuse me.
Does pass well.
It does pass. It's a very long day. The ship is constantly bucking and swaying quite heavily in the waves. Rain is pouring heavily down outside. You're safe for now. Rembrandt and Kalani would both probably be sitting next to the stove in the kitchen. It's very securely fastened shut, so it can't, embers can't get out and start a fire, but, it still produces quite a bit of heat for you to dry off with. It would take about an hour and a half to get completely dry again. You're constantly hearing the captain and later the first mate shouting up on the deck orders to the various sailors working the lines and various other shiply duties. But otherwise, the day passes without any danger. Towards the end of the day, the sea does settle down quite a bit, though there is still heavy rainfall persisting into the night and the next morning.
All right.
Eisen, this is more of a, it is closer to a tropical kind of, not quite tropical, but they're pretty close to that kind of temperature. The waters would be pretty warm.
I'm gonna go stretch my wings.
Time for a swim.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna take my fishing net and I'm gonna fly out over the water.
It is still raining.
Is it windy?
It's not very windy anymore, no. But I'm just letting you know it is raining. The storm clouds are
Rain
still
is a good
there.
time to catch fish.
Yeah, it's a pretty good time to catch
I'm
fish.
just saying.
Well, thank you for
Rain doesn't make it easy to fly with.
Okay.
When your feathers start getting drenched, it makes it hard to fly.
Rembrandt would sit at the edge of the boat with like 5 ropes attached to him, and start casting his rod into the water as we go along.
I'm gonna swoop a little low to the water and stick my net in there and see if I can't pick up any.
And before you catch Shreshka.
It scares me.
It does, doesn't it? So
Rosalind is like clinging to the wall, like with her tail like really puffed out, and like she's either scared or angry. The easiest way to describe it would be much in the same way that Tobi Kadachi clings to his tree before it's about to jump you.
Alright. Cleek, give me an athletics check.
Oh god.
Would you say I had time to grant him a bardic inspiration if I saw him going out to sea like that?
Oh Lord in heaven, hear my prayers.
You didn't say it before. I will say give me a percentile roll, call high or low.
How do I do percentile?
This is for Rembrandt.
Hi.
Alright, roll.
Hi.
Oh,
Hello to you too.
Right click on a D10 and there's a percent sign.
Ah, okay.
You did not... Oh. The dice on my end showed 22, but the result says 62, so... Sometimes that happens.
Mm.
You did grant him a bardic inspiration.
Well, Cleek, would you like to use it?
Yes.
All right. 1d6.
Ah. So I got an 18.
Cleek? Watery hands reach out from the... Sorry, scaly hands reach out from the water to try and grab you.
Oh, what the hell?
But you are able to deftly dodge to the side and flap back up.
God, the hell was that?
Rembrandt,
Yes.
give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Of course.
God damn it, why did this...
The RNG is not in your favor today.
I don't know.
It was when you helped me.
I think that I need to get a new Ethernet cable. I think mine has failed on me. Rembrandt,
Yes.
you smell an absolutely foul stench.
Yeah.
Was it me?
You are poisoned,
Jesus.
and a troglodyte climbs up the side of the boat beneath you.
Hey, who's a what now?
Troglodytes.
Oh yeah, those things. I have no idea what they are.
I'll share an image in a moment. They are climbing up all over the ship.
Oh, there's more than one.
Oh, yes. They're in the combat tracker now. If I can get to the right tab. That is a troglodyte.
Oh Lord have mercy.
Jesus.
Isn't it cute?
Oh, and I see the troglodyte. I was
looks
looking
like
at
a
the
leather
combat
troll.
tracker.
A
I'm
buff
looking at the
leather troll.
combat tracker. Holy cow. We're
Very
gonna
buff
die.
legs.
Abandoned ship.
The bell on the ship begins ringing out an alarm as the ship is under attack. Everyone give me initiatives.
That looks really cool.
My dice.
Rembrandt.
My dice.
Oh my god, everyone's rolls.
I know, right? Well, I mean, I'm not so worried about initiative rolls. It's every other roll that I'm worried about.
Zim, can I get a new pair of dice, please?
I call the lights are weighted the wrong way.
You've microwaved them wrong, Rembrandt. You need to microwave them properly.
You're not supposed to put them in for 30 minutes, that's 30 seconds.
Oh.
So you microwaved your dice, huh?
I don't even know what that actually does. What does that actually do to your dice?
It melts them ever so slightly and like redistributes the weight without distorting the dice to a more favorable side. So I think you put whatever side you want face up, and all the weight goes to the other side of the dice.
It's actually a strategy some people have used in the past.
Yeah, it's a joke we commonly have in the game shop when people roll high numbers on their d6s a lot when deciding who goes first in a game of Magic.
I have better dice.
Microwaved dice.
Ironically, I just rolled a d20 on my desk and got 20.
I'm sitting there like, okay, and why is this other person not rolling their initiative? Then I realize it's Kato. All right. Well, first up on the turn order, Troglodyte 18. Who conveniently is going to be the one right underneath you, Rembrandt?
No, Wendy.
It bites at your leg from below you. Luckily, it can't attack with its claws, because, you know, it kind of doesn't exactly have...
Much reach.
Well, it's clinging to the side of the ship with its claws. And that is a hit. For 4 points of piercing damage. Kalani was up on deck as well. I don't know if I actually said this, but I actually planned for him to be right near Rembrandt, just in case.
Sounds about right.
Rembrandt with his 5 ropes attached to him.
He's still worried. He will simply throw a mana shield on Rembrandt. Shreska!
I don't think I'd be on top deck, would I?
No, you're in the water.
Oh, fun. I probably should get out of the water, shouldn't I?
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
There is a ladder on the side of the ship that leads into the water.
How far away is it?
Give me a D12 roll. You are 90 feet away from the ship itself.
Oh dear. Is it possible to cast spells from underwater?
With you having a swim speed, I would say that you could probably go to the surface and cast a spell.
Alright.
You will have disadvantage on your attack roll, though.
Oh, okay. Are any of them near me, though, in the water?
In the water, no. Most of them are clawing their way up the ship. At least of the ones that you can see.
I'm going to start swimming towards the ladder, then.
Alright.
Inching away at the distance.
I mean, you can move your full swim distance and then cast a spell.
Yeah, I'll just move just the full distance and then just save my spells for closer.
You have cantrips that are unlimited cast.
Yep.
Okay. Just making sure you know. Troglodyte 16. This one will get up onto the ship and go after one of the sailors. Which, actually, now that I think about it, I should probably add the sailors to the... Can we really not have... I'll just use thugs. Actually, what... These guys would probably be... Alright. This will just work. We'll say there are 4 of them. They are not enemies, so please don't mark them as such. They are allies.
Do we want a combat map for this one?
I don't have one available, sorry. Just theater of the mind.
Everyone go to their mind palace and think.
Think.
So
Oh my God, this is
Troglodyte
horrifying.
16 will engage with 28. That is a hit. That is another hit. How many claw attacks do they have? 2. And he hit all 3 times. Troglodyte 9 will engage with Thug 5. These guys really don't have much armor. Oh no, I'm just rolling very well. Thug 5 will fight back. Oh, he's got multi-attack. He makes 2 attacks.
Nice.
Alright. That is a hit. And that's a miss. Rosalind, where are you?
Just outside of the cabins. Like, I would be at the bottom of the stairs to the top deck.
Alright. Troglodyte 11 is getting up onto the deck now. Rosalind.
I would have heard the commotion and the warning bell, and I will head up the stairs. I don't know what you're gonna class for stairs, if it's difficult terrain or whatever.
No. And either way, it's only about 5 feet of stairs anyways. This isn't a massive ship. It's seafaring worthy, but, you know.
As long as it isn't the Obra Dinn, it's fine.
I have posted something in the Iron Fang Discord.
But yeah, what would be the, what would be the scene as described to me? Like, is there any enemies nearby, or anybody I can help?
Well, it's been requested that we go ahead and do an intermission to get a map going. This is not a very big map. Oh, wait, never mind. I just needed to zoom in. Somebody send me a link to that on Steam. Guys, we're going to take about 5 to 10 minute intermission. It shouldn't take too long, but we will be right back. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Just stick around and enjoy the music.
You want me to send you that ship I posted?
Yes.
I actually own the book on PDF, so that's where I got it from. How do you like me to upload it?
One moment.
How much time you think we got?
I said about 5 to 10 minutes, and they can still hear us right now. We haven't quite gone yet. Alright, now we're going to an intermission. Be right back. Hello again, everyone, and welcome back. I am Razim, and this is Iron Fang Dungeons and Dragons. Thank you for your patience with that break. Let's go ahead and continue. Next up, Rosalind.
Okay, so the closest enemy to me is Troglodyte 1. And since you said it only takes 5 feet to get up the stairs, I'm gonna move up to him and smack him in the face.
Move your token first. That is a hit.
Cool.
Rosalind, though, I do need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay.
Actually, never mind. You're good for now.
I'm good?
You're good right now, yeah.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll damage on it.
Continue with the damage.
Alrighty. Oh god, why is this not working? There we go. Alright, so next up we have Thug 8, who will move in and attack with his mace. He hits. Yeah, for mediocre damage. And he hits with his backswing for minimum damage. Rembrandt.
Rembrandt is going to take out his rapier and pierce at the hands of the one that's trying to bite me. Or was it a claw that he tried to hit me with?
Tried to bite you.
Okay.
Well, he did bite you.
No, yeah.
Currently, his teeth are thoroughly clamped around your leg.
Oof. Do I need to make like a saving throw or something, or?
You don't need to make a saving throw, but you are at disadvantage because you are poisoned.
Hmm. You want to re-roll or just roll, or just definitely missed?
Re-roll again, because you could get a 1.
Oh yeah, okay.
Alright. That is a miss.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a percentile roll, high or low.
High. Oof.
You managed to smack the side of your leg.
Oh god.
It doesn't do any damage, but your leg does feel a little numb. Is that all?
I will grant. Shreshka's way out there. I will grant Kalani a bardic inspiration, and that'll be my turn.
Troglodyte 1. So right here, and already taken some damage. It's gonna attack Rosalind, the first one that attacked him. That is a hit. The troglodyte clamps down on your shoulder, Rosalind, and then brings in both claws from either side into to try and slam them into your sides. And misses with both of them. But it is still bit into your shoulder. Cleek!
Me. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out how. So I'm flying right now. How much is 40 feet?
I tried my best to do about a quarter of the big squares.
That's fine. I just need to know, like,
Each square would be 5 feet.
so what, like, that's like 5 feet?
That would be about 10.
Really? Okay. So. I'm guessing that's like 25.
Total, yeah. Around there.
Go.
It would probably help if you were, you know, on one of the actual spaces.
Like that?
No, you still went in the middle.
On one of the spaces.
Never mind.
Oh, thank you.
Alright, so what are you doing?
Let me see where everyone is. You're all down there. And you're all up here. And wow, that's a big choice. Just seeing who has damage. I am going to do my spirit totem. Now I have to I guess put a marker down. I'm gonna do the unicorn right in the middle of the ship.
And what does that one do?
That is the 30 meter radius. Whenever if I cast a spell using a spell slot that restores hit points to any creature inside or outside the aura, each creature of my choice in the aura also regains hit points equal to my druid level. So that's a
Alright.
30 foot radius.
That's the circle I drew.
Oof. Nice, that's pretty big.
Alright, anything else?
Yes, actually. I just checking distance for this spell. I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Thug 8. No. I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Thug 20.
Come on, let's...
I know, I'm here.
And they also gain 3 health as well?
All thugs, you and Rembrandt and all allies in the circle.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look at this. Is that an ability or... Spirit Totem. You cannot do Healing Word and this.
Okay.
They're both bonus actions. You only have one per turn.
Oh, okay. So I'd have to use cure wounds on him, but I'm not within touching distance.
Correct.
All right. So then, yeah, that's my turn then. All right. So you want to take away that heal that I just gave to him?
Yeah, I'll take it away.
And I'll use Thorn Whip on the one in front of him.
Isn't that a melee? Yeah, that's
Thorn Whip?
melee.
That's 10 feet. No, that's 30.
Oh, okay. It is 30 feet. Okay, never mind.
Did it hit
That
or
is a
just,
hit.
Oh, cool. Okay. If the creature is large or smaller, I can pull them up to 10 feet closer. I
Alrighty.
don't know what the size of these things are.
They're medium.
Yeah.
Alright, advance the turn.
Sorry, I have 7 different things on my screen at once.
Oh, I know. I know how it goes. Troglodyte 10 is going after the thug. That is a hit. That is not what I wanted to do. Go back over there. That is a miss. And that is a hit. Next up, Troglodyte 22. Just gonna move over here and go after this thug. That is a miss. That is also a miss. And that is a miss. Thug 18. Okay. There, I changed it. He will continue fighting with the Troglodyte 2. Hitting once. And Troglodyte 2 will reciprocate the attack. With a hit. That's the wrong die, but that'll work for another one. That is also a hit. All 3 hits. Back to the top of the turn order. With Troglodyte 18. Who is going to bite down harder on your leg, Rembrandt. For 3 points of damage, but the shield is protecting you. Rembrandt, give me a strength check, please.
My dice.
It's pulling you into the water.
I'm attached by ropes, though.
Okay, it's... Sorry. It's trying to pull you into the water.
Okay.
You are currently hanging by 5 ropes off the side of the ship.
Genius.
But this does free up its claws to attack you. And the weight of its teeth on your leg is going to cause more damage. They don't have insurance in here. Alright, so it did some more damage. The shield absorbed it. First claw misses. The second claw hits. For maximum damage. But you only take 1 point of it. Kalani. Kalani will come over and grab you by the scruff. Probably about the only place that he can reach. And stab at it as well.
Don't stab at my scruff.
It's a troglodyte, you... He hits for 8 points. Plus a rune blast. Rembrandt, give me another strength check, please. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You are lucky it rolled just barely under you. It releases your leg, and Kalani pulls you back. Well, actually, I should roll for that. Kalani pulls you up with no problem whatsoever. I got a nat 20 for it.
So we've established that Razim is stealing all of Rembrandt's good rolls, right?
Yes, he's absorbed them all.
I'm using them to help you, so don't complain.
I'm
Shreska.
gonna clearly swim towards the ship, another 30 feet. And I'm finally gonna cast a spell, a cantrip, on Troglodyte 16.
All right, roll with disadvantage.
And
Oh, you're making him do a save. He fails.
with that, I'm getting my turn.
All right.
Now Sug 28.
Thug 28 will attack the troglodyte. That is a miss. That is also a miss. 16! Well, let's see here. Which one is he going to be more pissed at? Cleek.
Oh.
It misses with its bite. Hits with the first claw, and crits with the second.
Oh no.
Where's my cards? Aha.
Please just give me something easy or let me get lucky.
Sug 18 isn't looking so good.
Let's see, this is slashing. Off form. Is this the right deck? Okay, yes. You have disadvantage on melee attacks for 1d6 rounds.
Do I roll the d6 or?
I will.
Okay.
3 rounds.
Okay.
Not that it's gonna bother you.
No, it doesn't. I got really lucky with that.
It does do normal damage in that case. Troglodyte 9 is still fighting with the Thug 5. It hits. With the bite, and hits again with the first claw, and misses with the second claw. For maximum damage on both. Thug 5. A miss. And a hit. Troglodyte 11. It's gonna come over here. And engage with Kalani.
Rembrandt would impose disadvantage on that. Is it a bite?
It is.
Rembrandt will impose disadvantage.
How?
Protection feat.
You've got a shield?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, it missed either way, but let me give the second roll for... Alright, so it did miss.
Okay.
Next attack. Claw is going to hit. Claw 2 is also a hit. For somewhat moderate damage. Rosalind!
So, Troglodyte 1 was biting into my shoulder after I attacked it, so I'm going to swing upwards with my hammer and it would be like, be gone. Let me get to my weapon page.
Did you say your weapon badge?
No, I said weapon page, sorry.
Oh. I'm sitting here like, what is a weapon badge? What? Alright, that is a hit.
So yeah, I'm like swinging upwards to try and like get it to stop biting into my shoulder.
Give me a strength check. I said check, but that works.
Oh, sorry.
The roll itself was above the DC I had in mind. You swing your warhammer up right between its legs, sending it flying over behind you to collapse, dying. Anything else you're doing?
I will yell out a squirrel-like battle cry and try and move around Thug 8 towards the Troglodyte 22 that's attacking him. And that will end my turn.
Rembrandt, you will hear what is possibly one of the most adorable sounds you have ever heard.
Aww. It's adorable and violent.
Exactly. Thug 8 has advantage because they have pack tactics. That is a hit. And that is a miss. Rembrandt, it is your turn. Please give me a Constitution saving throw. And I forgot to have you do that as well, Rosalind, but...
Jesus Christ.
You are poisoned and have disadvantage on basically everything. Until the start of your next turn.
Okay. Oh boy. Rembrandt. Let me see. Rembrandt is going to cast Vicious Mockery at what number is he? Troglodyte 18.
Would you like me to roll that save after Rembrandt's done?
I'll have you do it at the beginning of your next turn.
Okay.
It succeeded on its saving throw.
Lame.
Does anything
Then-
happen?
No. Nothing happens.
All right.
I guess bonus action. Bardic Inspiration to Rosalind. And that'll end my turn.
You'll have to tell me what Bardic Inspiration does, actually.
You get to add a d6 to a roll of your choice, except for damage rolls.
Okay, so now I'm going to use
The
Healing
Queha!
Word.
I require that you roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
Me.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I didn't know the first word that you said before that.
It sounded like Requeha.
Yeah.
The Queher.
Oh.
All right, you are immune to the stench of these creatures for 1 hour.
Oh, cool. Alright then. So... Healing Word. And then plus 3 HP to all allies.
Within the range there.
Yes.
Jeez, that's broken.
But it's only once.
Rembrandt, apply that manually, please.
Sure. It's I heal for 3, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
I think I got everyone. Cleek, I'm gonna add a thing to your sheet here.
Okay.
To make it easier on the DM, whether it's me or Riseroth.
Sure, whatever makes it easier. I'm surprised whatever you're doing wasn't done sooner.
It's just 3.
Oh, cool.
Oh. There. Alright, so you can just drag that onto the targets. I've already applied it manually, but for future reference.
That's a great idea.
That way you can be doing that while we move on with turns.
No, that's perfect.
When you do level up, you just click the magnifying glass to the right of that box where it says heal 3, and then change the bonus to your current level.
Nice. Okay.
Alright, pass the turn if you are done. Troglodyte 10 will attack Thug 18 and hit. For maximum damage. It will then drag the body of the thug overboard. Troglodyte 22 is going to bite at Rosalind and hit. And then claws. They're really just hungry, you know? That's all.
Oh, understandable.
It hits with the first claws and crits with the second. Enraging attack. Double damage, and you may make an attack of opportunity against your attacker. That is for you, Rosalind.
Okay, do you just want me to roll a normal attack?
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, God. Well, you took 8 damage from the double. Now, let me draw a crit filled card.
Too much anger in my attack. I'm not a barbarian.
This is a fun magic effect.
Oh no.
If it were a magic one, I'm just saying for this card. Hop to it. You cannot walk or run for 1d4 minutes. You can only jump.
That's an actual card.
They have interesting magic effects. I love it. Anyways, for you, it is Twisted Ankle. Your speed is reduced by 5 feet until you finish a long rest.
So I can only move 25 feet.
Correct. Thug 18 is in the water and gone. Troglodyte 2 is going to move and attack Rosalind. That is a hit. And it misses with the first claw. Hits with the second. For minimum damage. Back to the top. Troglodyte 18 is going to swim away. He decided that this meal was a little too frisky.
Too many ropes.
Too many ropes. Kalani will need to make a con save. And he fails.
Bardic, possibly. If
Oh
that'll
yeah,
help.
you did apply that. That was just enough to push him over. Kalani will push himself in between Rembrandt and the foe and stab at him. For a miss. Shreska!
Hello. Where would this ladder be for the ship?
I'm figuring it, you see where that white portion is? You know what, I'll just move Thug 28 to it.
Yeah.
I would say it would probably be about there.
Alright, so I can move up to here. And I'm gonna cast another spell at disadvantage.
Unfortunately, you would not have line of sight on any of the other... The hell?
What just happened?
You
Oh, I
have
had
them
everything-
targeted, and so you didn't... When you have something targeted and you just double-click or not roll, or just roll straight into the chat, it usually will mean that it automatically rolls against all of your targets.
I was using them as rulers.
Yeah, I understand. Unfortunately, you don't have line of sight on any of them.
Alright. Do I have
What
any
about-
line
what
of
about-
sight?
What about the one swimming away?
It is underwater.
Oh.
What's the... go ahead.
Do I have line of sight over Rembrandt? Or you?
I mean, you have line of sight. You can see Rembrandt.
Alright, that was gonna end my turn.
Unfortunately, you gotta consider the ship is quite a ways off the water.
Considering the hold and the quarters, I'm gonna guess it's like quite taller than I am right now.
Probably.
Alright.
Especially since only your head's really above water.
Tales of our endeavors proliferate.
Raccoon's Fury, thank you very much for that, host. Everyone
Thanks,
on their
host.
channel, welcome. I am Razim, and we are doing Iron Fang Dungeons and Dragons. Moving on to Thug 28. He will swing at the troglodyte and hit for minimal damage. Second swing is also a hit. Alright. Troglodyte 16 will continue attacking Cleek. He wants
No,
that
stop
chicken.
No. No chicken. go
Chicken
away.
drumsticks.
He bites chicken pot pie. You know, I had one earlier. It was quite tasty. Hits with the claw. And hits again.
Ow.
Click no.
Troglodyte 9 is still engaged with Thug 5. It hits. And hits again. Almost a crit. This troglodyte is just ripping and tearing at the thug. All right. Thug 5. He is going to attack and miss. Attack again and miss again. He is going to try and move away. The troglodyte gets an attack of opportunity and misses. Troglodyte 11. Well, he's only got one person he can attack.
If it's the bite, I'll impose disadvantage.
Right, it missed either way then.
Good.
Hits with the first claw and hits with the second. Rosalind!
May I add my bardic inspiration to the Constitution saving throw I'm about to do?
If you need it.
The way it works is that
decide if you want to use it.
yeah, you roll and then decide if you want to use it before you know the result.
I'd like to use it. Jesus. Well, I
You
got
are
an 8.
poisoned.
Oh boy.
You have disadvantage on basically everything until the start of your next turn.
Okay. So, two things. How do I apply my second wind to my character in Fantasy Grounds?
Oh, you're a fighter? For some reason,
Sorry?
I thought you were a paladin.
No, I'm a fighter. I've got second wind, but I've only got it as a feature.
Yeah, let me, read over it real quick and add it to your sheet. Okay. Let me add it to your sheet real quick. One moment. Who is slapping what? Rembrandt!
Yes.
You're not supposed to be servicing anyone anymore. You're recovering from that, remember?
What do you think I'm doing over here?
We don't want to know.
Exactly. Alright. There we go. It should be set up. Yep.
So do I just drag that on to my character like normal?
Yep. What's wrong, Digi?
And then I'm going to action surge, so I get 2 actions in this round.
Alright, go in and do them.
And then I'm going to attack Troglodyte 22 with my 2 actions.
You know, DG, that is a fantastic idea. We'll have to go ahead. Actually, that's what the harp did. That's also another ability. It is actually cursed.
What?
Nothing. That is a hit.
Okay. Oops. I hit myself. Can you undo that?
You just fix it on your sheet and then roll again. There you go.
And then I'll do my second attack because I action surged.
Alright. Actually, let me look at your... First off, that was supposed to be
I
a
didn't do that.
disadvantage.
I know, I thought it would do it for all my rolls when I clicked on the disadvantage button. I didn't expect it to reset, sorry.
That's fine. One sec. Unfortunately... Okay. Oh, so it gives you another regular attack or action and a second bonus action. That's actually...
I always read it as you get 2 regular actions and 1 bonus action in a round, by the way it's worded.
It says, and a possible bonus action, which I guess means that if you've got something else to use... So basically, it's like giving yourself a second round, except no movement.
Okay, it's just because, I mean, I guess that's useful for necking a potion or something like that, because, isn't it something like necking a potion on yourself is a bonus action or something?
Drinking one, generally, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't have any in the moment. So, anyway, I will roll this second attack with disadvantage.
That is still a hit. And the troglodyte falls.
So yeah, I just got really, really mad and just started wailing on its head with my hammer, beating it into a bloody pulp.
I just got an image in my head of those plastic blow-up hammers. Especially one that squeaks every time you hit something with it.
See, I was thinking more of the Smash sledgehammer, but okay.
Sorry, you are a tiny little squirrel. You don't get to be epic. Everything you do is tainted with adorableness.
Yeah, I am only 3'8", so...
Anyways, anything else on your turn?
I mean, I don't suppose I could roll for intimidation on the upper troglodyte.
You can try.
This will be a disadvantage, right?
Yes. You just roll it in the chat. It is unaffected.
On a 17? Jeez.
I rolled a 19.
I will pass the turn.
Okay. Thug 8 is going to move over here and attack. That is a hit. And that is also a hit. Rembrandt!
Rembrandt's going to move here and make a thrust. Do I still have disadvantage?
No, not this turn.
Okay. Make a thrust with the rapier. To Troglodyte 11.
That is a miss?
Really?
No. Oh, sneak attack. I'm like, why did you roll again?
And then with that, Rembrandt's going to tap Kalani on the shoulder and give him a sort of a worried gaze, and he's going to run over to Cleek, taking the opportunity attack.
No.
Don't you have the... Oh, yeah, you only have one level of rogue.
Yeah.
Alright. I got it. It scores a critical hit.
Of course it does. Of course it does.
If I can get...
My luck.
If I can get a damn card out of this stupid box. Thank you. Stupid box doesn't want to cooperate with me, and it's stupid and freaking...
Byproduct paper. Fuck. What?
The magic crit...
Oh.
the magic crit on this one. Mind wipe. Make a DC 18 wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, roll a d6, and you are permanently unable to see or hear dwarves, elves, or halflings.
What?
What?
What the hell?
Wow. That's pretty big.
Can we trade our DM back for Riser off because our DM currently has gotten 4 crits against the party tonight.
I always roll well when it's against other people.
It's
Oh.
a weird card.
It's a magic.
Fantastic card.
It's a magic crit. They do weird things. You're talking about magic. Literally the power to do whatever you want. Yeah. Don't lose your head. Quadruple damage.
What?
And if the damage you take is equal to or greater than half of your maximum hit points,
Oh, great.
you are decapitated.
What?
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 Yep.
I
So
mean,
yeah, about that
I
part.
highly doubt he's going to actually do that much. They're only D4s.
It has gone silent.
No, I'm okay.
He took 13 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Which is less than half his health.
That's pretty close to my maximum health. Jeez.
13?
Yeah, I had 2 wounds.
Yeah, that's pretty much half of Shraska's health if Shraska got hit. Because 13 plus 13 is 26. It's just 1 point off.
Well, Rembrandt, if you're done, advance the turn.
I'm going to cast.
You already made an attack.
I know.
Okay.
Oh crap! I didn't. Next level. Okay.
What?
Bardic to Kalani and go.
Yay, my turn.
Bird!
Oh, I messed up. Alright, well, I'm gonna use Cure Wounds on myself.
A walla bird, bird, bird. Bird's a word, a walla bird, bird, bird. Bird's a word, a walla bird, bird, bird. Bird's a word, a walla bird. Isn't that only if you do it on something other than yourself?
No, I just have to use a healing spell that requires a spell slot.
Okay. Well, while you are applying that to everything, go ahead and advance the turn, please.
Yes.
Troglodyte 10 swam away with his catch. I'm gonna do that so I can delete it.
You just killed him.
It's the easiest and quickest way to just get them off the tracker. Troglodyte 2.
I just imagine just like you, like a giant version of you, just like smush him with your thumb. Just take him off the board.
Biting at Rosalind. That is a hit.
Ow.
First claw. Also a hit. Second claw. Rosalind, give me a percentile roll. Pick a range of 25.
How do you do the percentile roll again?
Right click on the D10 and there's a percent sign.
And I have to what? Pick?
Pick a... You're supposed to pick before you roll.
So I have to pick in terms of 25s, is what you're saying.
Yes.
I will pick 50.
Is it 26 to 50 or 51 to 75?
26 to 50.
Okay.
And I got an 85.
Yeah.
It crits.
Well, guess I'm dead.
Not necessarily.
I'm 4 points away from wounded, like KO'd.
That's just unconscious. That doesn't mean you're dead.
Yeah.
Palm Piercer. Triple damage, and you are unable to cast spells with a somatic component for 1d6 rounds. The extra effect does not apply to you, but... You are unconscious. Which troglodyte is... Oh yeah, that's the one that's swimming away. Would Kalani notice that, though? In the heat of battle here. Alright, Kalani would notice and would take the attack of opportunity to run down here and help Rosalind.
Woohoo. I mean, it's kind of hard not to notice when the angry squirrel noises stop. I need that as a meme now. Just the angry noises meme.
Why are you hurting yourself?
Kalani took the opportunity attack from the troglodyte.
Oh, okay.
It hit and, did damage.
Okay.
So Kalani can't get you up, but he can at least kill the thing that hurt you. With a critical hit.
The revenge crit.
Yes. Double damage, and the target is pinned to the ground. He comes charging in and stabs his spear through it, pinning it to the ship below. And doing substantial damage. Well, it is dead. Shreska!
Hello. I think it's about time I finally get onto the ship. And I am gonna
Alright, there's your
heal
turn.
around... Oh, really?
No.
I am gonna heal Rosalind.
Alright.
Healing like many of them.
Alright. You miss.
Oh. And for my action, I missed too. I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead on Trilobite 16.
Is Healing Light a bonus action?
Yeah. I
Oh.
can cast as many as I have for my Warlock level.
It rolls a nat 20 on its saving throw.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I can do.
Undead fortitude.
These things aren't undead.
Might as well be.
Thug 28 attacks the troglodyte and hits. For minimum damage, but that was enough to kill it. Troglodyte 16 is dead. Troglodyte 9 is going to jump overboard and swim away. They got at least one meal out of it. Thug 5's just gonna sit there and patch up his wounds a little bit. Troglodyte 11 is going to swim away as well. And with that, combat is over.
Whee. Yay.
Ba 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 da.
You have earned 2 experience.
Why don't we just do the F of victory?
That's the wrong one, Big Mac.
There you
What do you mean? I'm cheering. I'm happy.
go.
I need a drink.
I need sleep.
Kalani will not share.
I just pick myself up off the ground, smear the gore off the side of my hammer, and sigh.
You guys receive 1,100 experience points for the encounter,
Oh my
which splits to 183 each. Oh yeah, I was like, why does Kalani have one more experience point than everybody else? Then I remembered. Riseroth gave it to him. I don't remember why, but... I took it, and I'm keeping it.
Tuck it away.
I
Alright.
saved Rosalind from the brink of death.
Kalani's gonna pull his spear, his glaive out of the troglodyte, making a very disgusted face at the, these things are just foul. Completely and utterly foul.
Throw it overboard.
Oh yeah, they're all being thrown overboard. The other troglodytes will probably eat them.
Gross.
They're troglodytes. What do they care about your petty,
Food is food.
civilized mannerisms?
I mean, food is food.
Exactly. Food is food. Shreska,
I'm
do you need to get
gonna-
going now?
Thank Kalani.
What was that?
Do you need to get going now?
Probably. It
Okay.
is 12:30 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah. Well, we will pick up right here next week.
Who's doing recap?
Rembrandt. You get
That's
to
gonna
do.
be an interesting one.
You were the main character of this plot today.
I don't know about that.
I mean, you got thrown into water. You had a talk with a giant, handsome-looking lizard.
Almost died alive.
Perfect. You
Exactly.
need the most excitement in your life.
Huh.
Hey Rembrandt, we could both join the near-death experience club.
Yo, what was with those watery hands? That was not cool. I just wanted to go fishing.
I know, right?
I like it was
Fish
you,
trip.
that was grabbed, and then it was me actually swimming.
I rolled to see which one of you got targeted by them.
I guess I just looked too much of their own kind.
Yeah, that was pretty exciting. I won't lie. That was very exciting.
Hey, I'm happy I gave as good as I took. I took 2 of them down with me before I was finally down.
All right, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining us this evening for Iron Fang Dungeons and Dragons. I will be DMing again next week in place of Rizaroth because unfortunately he's got stuff that he has to do. But thank you all so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Do make sure you come by tomorrow for our first session of Echoes of Eberron Dungeons and Dragons. Our Rooms and Reptiles campaign ended, and now we've got our new campaign ready to go tomorrow. We also do have merchandise that you can check out. I will be adding the other characters from the Echoes of Eberron campaign to the list tonight. So look forward to that tomorrow. And if you are there, I may have some coupon codes to give out.
Ooh.
So thank you all so Dova DMs the Tuesday group.
Awesome.
So thank you all again so much for joining, and I bid you all adieu.
Bye, everybody.
everyone.
Bye
Oh,
now.
Bye.